All right, so I'm thinking, oh, now I want to know if there's other great katanas, what's going to be the minimums for those? Because I want to be able to use those too. We're just going to have to farm runes and level up is what's going to come down to. All right, so let's actually sit down here as well. Now, I guess the other question is, memorize spell. What is the requirements for buffing our blades if we're going to use Faith? I don't know what's the better way to go about this. I mean, obviously having Golden Vow is huge. We would probably want that. What other blade buffs are there? The Order's Blade enchants right-handed weapon with holy damage. That requires 13 intelligence and 13 faith. That's not great. There's this electrifying armament. So that puts lightning on it. That's 15 faith. I don't want to put, I think we're going to take everything out of intelligence, to be honest. 17 faith to get Black Flame Blade. Black Flame, or a Blood Flame Blade. That requires 12 and 10 arcane. Poison armament. That's 10 faith. That's an easy one. Is that, can you get, there is no deadly poison buff, is there? And then it looks like that's about it. Yeah, that looks like it's about it as far as blade buffs. So now we're looking at what, 4 blade buffs. Oh wait, no, there's Scholar's armament too, right? Where's that at? That would require us having a catalyst. That's this right here. And that requires 12 intelligence. I'm pretty sure our base intelligence is 9. You're like an interactable IGN, says kind gentleman. Only a lot better. I just ask him and he shows me stuff. Yeah, so I think, I don't know, maybe having 12 intelligence wouldn't be horrible. Allow us to cast a couple of spells from a distance. Like Arc. Arc is awesome. I love that. That's 13 intelligence though. Then again, I'm getting into that same deal, you know, where now how much how much am I spreading myself thin? Like we're already spreading ourselves thin. I want everything. That's the problem. How are you finding the DLC so far, Fry Banshee? It's been pretty fucking hard, is what I would say. Pretty hard, but still fun. I'm so excited to be somewhere new and be, you know, sort of exploring and finding. It definitely brings you back to when Elden Ring first came out, because it is expansive enough where, like, there's so much to go and look for. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Frozen armament, that's 15 intelligence. That's worthy. See, we can get all of these things, right? Can we not get all of these by using, what are they called? These greases, fire grease, magic grease, royal magic grease. These are the new greases too, by the way. Lightning grease, holy grease, poison grease, rock grease. So you can't do that while outside of, this right here. You can't make these greases, so that's awesome. Blood grease, so we could put bleeding on our weapons. Freezing grease. I think this is probably the way to go. So now, how do we make the greases more effective? Does anybody know that? We may have to look this one up. I don't know anybody that has really done grease builds, or like you know what, let's look up greases Elden Ring and see what the wiki has to say for us. Let's actually read this. It says fire, just showing me fire grease. No, I want to know greases, consumable items. Inflict fire. Yeah. I'm looking for general grease information. To craft fire grease, you're gonna need, yep. Elden Ring fire grease notes and tips. You can carry up to 10 fire greases. You can store up to 600. Alternatively, see drawstring fire grease. These are faster to apply. Higher potency grease, though. So the drawstring fire grease is higher potency. We can hold up to 30 of those. They don't last as long, though. Or grease monkey. Cuban. Fire grease is for a higher duration, but lower potency grease. Yeah, so it's a higher duration, but lower potency. Is there any videos on the subject? Let's see if anybody has made a video on the subject. Grease's Elden Ring. Let's open up YouTube. See if anybody's got a good video on greases. What to do with grease in Elden Ring. How to use fire grease, magic grease, rock grease, and more. How to grease your weapon in Elden Ring. What has a lot of views? This one has 100K.
Access slot. That will bring you to your inventory. Go in to the first page, find
AI.
the grease.
God, I fucking hate AI videos so much.
That you've been wondering about. Select it. There it is in your quick access inventory. That's where you keep your crimson tears and your horse calling ring and such. Pull it up, tap X, and you will coat your weapon in whatever grease you've chosen. Here is fire grease.
Wow.
But also there's magic grease and red
I got
rock
some grease for
and
you,
a bunch
says
of
Boogeyman.
others that you
Knock
may
it
have
off.
seen. And there
Also,
it is.
what up,
That's
Boogie?
how
How are
you
you?
use the grease. It's very effective and a very good thing to have. You can craft it. I made a separate video on that.
Bro, I'm looking for very specific information. I want to know length of time, that kind of stuff. Incant sorcery scaling means nothing. Best weapon buffs in Elden Ring.
What is the best weapon buff for your build? Something we're going to be going over today.
Look at this
Hopefully you find
guy's
the answer to
fucking
it.
character.
We're going to make a guide around the best weapon
Tired?
buffs in the
Boogie,
game.
go back to sleep!
Comparing the spell-based ones
Don't.
to the greases to the Ash of War-based weapon buffs as well. One thing I'm not going to be comparing are builds that base around a weapon buff, comparing them to builds that have your weapon infused. That'll be for like a separate video, so do subscribe for that because it might be sometime soon. However, the format for this video is going to be comparing them and categorizing the buffs themselves. I'm going to have offensive-based ones,
Okay.
damage over time-based buffs.
This is kind of exactly what I'm looking for. I want to know what is better is the buffs from grease and how do they scale? Will they scale with my arcane? Or is it better off going with a split between magic and faith in order to get the buffs that we can just cast? That's kind of what I want to know.
Bleed buffs, freezing buffs, you get the idea. First things first, one thing I do want to go over is how the spell-based buffs actually work, and that they're very similar to how projectile Ashes of War work and healing incantations work, in that they scale directly with your faith and intelligence stat. Or
So if we want those, then we're going to have to pour a ton into faith and intelligence. I don't know if that's worth it. I think that pretty much answers my question right there. We're probably going to have to go with with these because I don't want to have 40 faith, 40 intelligence in order to fucking get the best out of my buffs to the weapon.
or alongside your faith and intelligence scaling of your chosen catalyst, whether it be a staff or a seal.
Yeah,
so for instance, let's just say that we're using the electrify armament. It'll scale directly off my faith stat, being that it's an incantation, and the faith scaling of my seal. So the higher the faith scaling, the better it's going to be. So therefore, incant scaling will not matter at all. So proof of this, we'll just use electrify armament. With the Godslay seal, it's going to be doing plus 168 lightning damage. If I change the seal to say let's something like the Frenzied Flame seal, it's going to be doing 271 incant scaling, but the faith scaling is going to be less. So the incant scaling will be higher, but the damage itself is still going to be a lot less. As you can see, only plus 136. So further proof of this, we'll just use something like the Golden Order seal, doing a lot higher incant scaling, but only an A scaling in faith. And it's still going to be doing less than that 168 that the Godslayers was getting. And no, the passive effects don't actually buff.
So we can always come in here and actually check our weapon as well. And it will actually show that. I never knew that it actually indicates your... I wonder if grease does the same thing too. So it actually indicates in here in your attack power, it shows the buff.
Your buffs at all. So Order Blade will not actually work alongside the Fundamentalist incantation buff that the Golden Order seal does get, nor will the Gravelstone seal actually buff the Electrify armament at all. So basically what you do want to think about is just whatever has the best S
So whatever
S
the
is more
scaling
blue than
is.
the other one is the one that you want to use. So you might think that the Erdtree seal is actually going to be the best one, but I believe that this one is actually bugged because it's not really...
I think that answers our question. Let's see if he gives us information on the greases, though. I want to know about the greases. Offensive buffs, dot buffs, frost buffs, bleed buffs, other buffs, ranking.
To mention this bad boy right here, Cragblade. The Ash of War
Cragblade is
buffs
so
weapon with
fucking
a bunch
good.
of this cool rubble.
Telling y'all, if you've never used Cragblade, use this fucking Ash of War.
Adds 50 physical damage to your weapon, as well as 10% more stagger and posture damage as well.
That's what it's good for,
does
is
posture break
posture breaking.
enemies a lot better. Or however, it's
I think he's getting off topic at what I want to know. I want to know how long the buffs actually last with grease. I guess we're just sort of gonna have to be out here and using it to find out. My guess is 30 seconds, maybe up to 60 seconds when you use the non-drawstring version. Drawstring greases, though, will allow us to hold 30 rather than just 10. But I don't ever see needing more than 10 of any of the greases either. So I think we're going to go the grease route. Probably going to go the grease route. That kind of sucks in a way because now I'm going to have to use the slots in here. Hold on, let me use a controller because I'm human. So we're actually going to have to, that sucks because we're going to have to use these spots for them. So what do we actually have for greases? So there's fire grease, then magic grease. I'm not going to use the royal ones yet until I sort of get the hang of doing this. This is something I've never done in the game, by the way. Something I've never done. So we're kind of using consumables. Holy grease. So wait, I didn't get lightning in there. Lightning, holy. So we're going to literally fill up our... So getting back and forth between what I specifically want to get is going to be difficult. Then we need poison, rot, and bleed. Oh, but then we're not going to be able to fit frost in here either. So maybe we move... All right, I know exactly what we'll do. So we're going to do bleed there. We'll do frost here. Freezing grease here. There's also sporific and dragon wound in case we run into a dragon too. Did I miss one? I missed the rock grease. All right, so you know what? Let's remove this. We'll go back through this again, and we'll actually change our... This is going to end up being so confusing because I have years of this being ground into my mind. So, all right, we'll go fire. Magic. Lightning. Fire, magic, lightning! There's so many of them, my god. I guess I never really realized that either. Then holy. Then poison. Then... Is it rot next? Yeah, rot. Then bleed, and then freezing. So now we're able to fit them all on the bar. That's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that's a whole lot. And then over here, I guess, let's get rid of the Grace Mimic because I literally never use this. Let's actually get rid of all of these. Up will make our Flask of Wondrous Physic then. Down is always been my Spectral Steed Whistle. Right has always been, I don't know why it wasn't on this character, but it's always been a torch or a lantern. And then Ash of War right here. And we're just going to go the Mimic tier. I think we're just going to go the Mimic tier as far as the Ashes of War go. Where is my Mimic? Not that I ever use it, so there's that. And that is a +10 Mimic, by the way. All right, so that portion of the build is set. Now we need to figure out... first off, we need to upgrade the weapon. So we know the weapon that we want. It is going to be the Backhand Blade. Where is it? Backhand Blade, where are you? You should be all alone right there. Let's go level it up. We're going to go take this to... We're going to take it to 24. Because I don't want to go to 25 and use up a stone if there's better backhand blades out there. Have you forgot any bosses, or have you fought any bosses in the DLC? Yes. Yes, 2. One of them I couldn't kill. One of them, literally, we needed to go and get some of those fragments. The Shadow Trees fragments. We need to get those. All right, so... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And the next one would cost an ancient dragon smithing stone, which I only have 11 of. There's only 11 of those remaining. So we're gonna, that's as high as we go. So that actually got not very good damage, I'm not gonna lie. As I'm looking at it, it's 251 plus 127. Is that physical? It's all physical damage as well. We can probably, I don't want to change the Ash of War because I like the Ash of War on this. So let's go Ash of War this. Keep it the same. What if we make it keen? It gets an A scaling in dexterity if we go keen. Heavy, it gets an A scaling if we go heavy. We get more out of keen though. What if we go blood? We get a B scaling in dexterity, a D in arcane, and occult gets us an A in arcane. But we lose out on the bleed too. 89 bleed. I guess we still got to level ourselves up as well in order to see. So we'll wait on that. We still sort of got to wait and see where we end up. Look at how good I look. You're welcome, ladies. Here. Apply cosmetics. We got to get it all together, right? We can't just... I need the biggest head possible. Arms super tiny. Legs super tiny. I'm tired of having back hair. So we're taking off all the hair. We'll go. You know what? We're going with it. Okay. And then make the head bigger. That's it. That's my set. That's my set right there. Burn marks. Oh, that's right. I must have did the frenzied flame ending. Take it off. You know what? Let's show it so that everybody knows we did the frenzied flame ending. No, don't discard. Finalize. Is that the look I'm going for right there? Is that the... I can't move? Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't like the burn marks. Take them off. I take it all back. Take it off. Burn marks off. Load favorites. Give me one of them good faces. That one right there. I like that one. Why am I so greasy too? Oh yeah, that's a thing you can do, right? Like you can make yourself glisten. Where is that? Is it yeah, skin features? Yeah, look at skin luster. I'm gonna be so fucking greasy. Yes. Yes. Look at how moist I am, yo. Look at me. Damn. Have you anybody ever seen anybody as moist as I am right now? Moist. Moist. Finalize. Oh, we need more facial hair, don't we? Here's the problem. I don't like... Is it this one? No, it's the other facial hair I don't like. This one's okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. We're good. Finish. Finalize. Look at how glistening I am. Oh, it's so moist. The moveset is so sick for this weapon, isn't it? Dude, it's so good. Oof, now I'm depicting... Wait, I'm depicting if it's either the Beast Claw or the Great Katana I'm gonna main. Oh, you're talking for the Beast Claw. The Beast Claw is insane, isn't it? I kind of want to be able to use that as well. I see that it scales equally. It looks like equally between Dex and strength. So it might be better off as a keen weapon, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we got that done. What else do we need to do now then? I'm not as moist now as I was earlier. So we need to go to Queen Renala of the Full Moon. Raya Lucaria Grand Library. Let's speak to our lady over here. How many of these larval tears do we actually have? How many larval tears? We're at 9 larval tears. Now I look moister. Why is my front bump so small? I'm flat. That's a flat bump. Maybe it's pointing down. I don't know. Rebirth.
Now.
Use larval tear. So I'm thinking 100% we're gonna need 60 vigor. It's gonna have to happen. 60 vigor for sure. We'll decide on mind and endurance after. We needed 14 strength. We also needed How much faith did I need? Do we remember? Already got to back out. Son of a bitch. I hate this.
I would birth.
We got to be able to use the sacred blade. This, the sacred relic sword. 22 faith. So we need 22 faith as well. And that meets the requirements for everything else, right? The big katana. And we might have to level a little bit to get the other like if we get a katana later, we may have to level a little bit, which is no big deal. So, trying to think, is there anything else that I want to be able to for sure use? Literally, I just want to use this for farming runes if we need to do upgrades or something like that on another weapon or a few levels we need. So 22 faith, 14 strength. Where's that other katana? Let's check that one. 14 strength as well. So that's good. We're going to have, I think I'm going to go all dex. We don't need any faith, so I guess go for 15 faith. We could go 25 faith though, so that we can cast Golden Vow and not have to use a anything in our mixed physic in order to be able to cast that. That's what she said. Sorry, kind gentleman, I just seen that. That's what she said. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking we go 25 faith. We're going to take everything out of intelligence. Yeah, I think we're going to strip intelligence completely. So then,
Now,
let's get in here and actually see. So we're looking at 60 here for sure. That's a 100% must. These enemies just hit way too fucking hard. Strength, we need 14. Dexterity, we're going to run that to 80, I think. I think we're going to run it all the way up and kind of essentially go a full dex build. That is the major hard cap for damage, by the way, is 80. Everything else after 80 as far as damage goes with your dexterity scaling weapons. This is the same with strength as well. The increase is very minimal. So we're stripping intelligence completely. Faith would be 25. I'm guessing 20 mind. Although I do like, we do want to be able to swing a lot with this build too. So what if we go 20 in both of those? It's 40 arcane, right? Or is it 45 arcane in order for maximum build-up potential? I believe it's 45. And then go that. 27 endurance. I think that might be it right there. I think that might be the way to go. And then if we need more levels in strength for any kind of new the great katanas, we could always add more in strength, level up some. Whoa, at least ask intelligence out to dinner first. Nope, we're stripping it down, getting it the fuck out of here. We don't want none. I think that's the setup right there. 25 faith allows us to actually use some buffs that we wouldn't be able to use otherwise. Mainly Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength. So going into boss fights, we can use that. I don't think there's anything I want to use intelligence for anymore. Maybe in the future we might want, I don't know what's coming either. That would suck. We'll figure that out soon enough. Intelligence, you'll figure that out soon enough, said Goobs. Goobs, what is that supposed to mean? Goobs just said I was stupid, everybody. Shame that man. Shame him.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I believe it's 45 arcane. Let's do a check on this as well. I'm pretty sure it's 45 arcane in order to get the maximum buildup on your weapons. An Elden Ring Arcane is very important attribute for builds. For example, you need 27 for Mogwin, Sacred, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not it. Let's consult Reddit, because that's never been wrong, right? 60 is the final soft cap for bleed buildups. scaling, you got to treat it the same for scaling. That makes sense. Not really getting a straight answer though. There's 14 different answers. But it would make sense if you had a weapon that was scaling with arcane. Yeah, you'd want it at 60, but ours isn't scaling. We're just worried about buildups. Let's consult the wiki. Yeah, 45 arcane. Yeah, there it is right there. That's the line. For example, a plus 10 Reduvia at 45 arcane has 87 buildup. At 60, it has 94 buildup. So the diminishing return. While scaling of the status effect buildup of thrown weapons, such as Pot's Arcane, a unique scaling curve formula for this with soft caps at 15, 30, and 50. Serpent Bow, 15, 30, 50. There it is right there. That's the one. Used in Serpent Bow. Arcane scales the same as with as melee armaments with soft caps at 45 and 60. So there's no point in going to 60 on it unless we have enough. So there we go. There's our answer. Our question answered. I was right. Basically, I was right is what I heard. You're right. I think that's our setup right now. We could pull down endurance a little bit and maybe a little more mind. I don't know how often we're going to be using the Ash of War on it, but I know the Ash of War is pretty cheap. I want to say it's 7 or something like that, if I remember correctly. I can't back out and look at it now. Read the comment just above and take that back, Rocket. What? What's that, Goobs? Maybe just go even. Mind and endurance even. I don't think we're going to use anything too heavy. Right now, our equip load would be... And the weapon itself, I want to say, only weighs 2 pounds or some shit like that. Oh, more shaming? Shame him.
Shame.
Shame him again.
Shame. Shame.
Still shaming you. Yeah, I don't think it really matters. I'm not going to say it really matters that much. I would like to have a lot of endurance, though, that we could use then heavier armors. But you know what else would be kind of awesome, especially with this kind of build that I'm thinking, is to be able to go with a light load and actually get the maximum roll. Because if you get into light load, it actually allows you to dodge further and gives you more iframes as well. So it'd be nice to get into a light load. Maybe we take dexterity down to 75 for right now. We can keep that at 30. What if we even went down to 70? What's the difference between 70 and 80? 465 and 450. So 15 more damage, or 15 more AR attack rating. And it starts to drop considerably after that. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's go 20 mind for right now. We'll see if we need more mind. We can always come back and do another one of these. It's no big deal. We got 9 of them. And I don't even think I have all of the... I don't think I have all of the larval tears. Goop says, I feel so much better now. But never mind. Yeah, I think we're good there. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I really had to think about that one. Do I want to do this? But it's done.
Fine and fair.
So now,
My
thank you. Appreciate all the help. Look at how moist we are. All right, now we need to figure out the armor. The armor's got to be a thing. And I think I already know. I think I already know what I want to go with. All right, so number 1, let's go with the chest. I love this armor set. It's probably my favorite armor set as far as looks go in the entire game. Where is it? Where you at? Where you at? Don't tell me I don't have it on this character. It would be depressing. Right there. Ronin armor. Ronin gauntlets and the Ronin leggings. Where are they? Right there. No, right there. Right there. Nailed it. First try. I love this armor. I'm just saying, it looks super badass. I love everything about it. And then we can add in the helmet, but if we go... Damn. I was hoping that if we use Lionel's armor or helm, that maybe we might be able to reach that poise breakpoint of 51. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to. So in that case, then let's go with the... Yep.